Hey guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so of course the AGL Namek Vegeta Dokkan Festival banner came out today. The banner is definitely not the best considering we have moved to, whilst we have the pity, which is nice for these filler Dokkan Fest, right? Make sure you can guarantee you're going to get a copy of these units if you go to summon for them, as long as you do enough summons, of course. However, the trade-off appears to be that we are going back to 10 SSR featured banners, which is not ideal. I feel like for a lot of people, this banner was a fairly easy skip anyway, and having the 10 featured units kind of makes it solidified as an easy skip for a lot of people. But one of the best things about the banner is the fact that we do finally have the return of the Tech Saiyan Day Vegeta coming back on Global and JP for the very first time. And this guy is a unit that is still very, very good, still very useful in a lot of the current meta content. And so there's been a lot of people asking, even from the very beginning of the stream this morning when the banners were officially out and we saw, you know, confirmed that Vegeta was available. Lots of people asking whether this Tech Vegeta is worth picking up with your red coins. So I thought I would do a video to go over that exact topic, give my thoughts on it, and obviously I'm interested to know what you guys think down below in the comment section as well. So do let me know if you are considering it, whether you made a decision based on this video or whether you'd already gone ahead and picked up a copy. I picked up a copy because I wanted to have mine at 79%. I had one dupe in him from Saiyan Day, and getting that extra dupe for the gold skill orb slot, and then obviously the actually just being able to get the top left star abilities, giving him some extra additional because he's a stacking unit. I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting dupes with red coins for people depending on how many red coins you have, but we'll get into all of that here in the video. So do hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Getting very close to 29k subs on the channel, so if we could hit that soon, that would be awesome. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Tech Vegeta down below. But basically, to start things off, when it comes to red coins and what units you should or shouldn't get with red coins, people who've been around the channel for a while know my sort of general stance on this, which is that I feel most of the time, and there are some exceptions, obviously we'll talk about this Vegeta a little bit, whether he is one, I do feel like red coins should be saved almost exclusively for the Dokkan Fest exclusives, right? Because you think about, with the red coins, characters like Beast Gohan, Tech UI Goku, some of these real big ticket, like best unit in the game characters are available with red coins. And they come back during the big celebrations, which most players are going to be summoning on a lot anyway. So they are going to be at least on banners that you're going to want to summon on. But those are the best units in the game. Those are the units that you kind of want to be getting if you are going to be spending these red coins. And the other big thing that really needs to be thought about is kind of like your, what I would call your red coin economy, right? Like, how much do you summon? How often will you get more red coins? Because this is the thing, if you're somebody who is considering buying Tech Saiyan Day Vegeta because you've now managed to save up to having the 400 red coins that you need to buy a copy of him, if you only have those 400 coins, you've got to think about, like, how often do you summon? Like, when will you get back up to having 400 or 500 coins again in order to summon for these big ticket Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs when they come back, right? So if you're somebody who summons quite a lot, and the next time a big celebration is on, you're going to be back up to having 400 or 500 red coins, then it's a little bit easier to make the decision to pull a trigger on like a Dokkan Fest TUR or something like that, because you know you're going to be stocked up again on red coins, ready for when these other units that you want come back. But if you're someone who's free to play, or you don't spend a lot on the game, maybe you spend a few dollars here and there, you're obviously not going to be summoning as much, so you're not going to be getting red coins as much. So that is something that you have to think about. So if you had a thought, if you thought about all of that and you've decided that, you know, if you do really want the Vegeta, you can spare the 400 coins. So we'll talk about him a little bit here. So I don't know if I don't think I would say he's still the best TUR in the game. I feel like he definitely had arguments for being the best TUR when he released for Saiyan Day in March. But he is still a very, very good unit. I tried him and his team out in a lot of the anniversary content when it came out on Global. He did get a lot of buffs for his team, with the anniversary content, right? Not only with the release of the Broly and the Gogeta, but also with the EZA for the Int Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like, those units all make very, very good options for his team. So his team certainly is a strong team, right? He leads Super Saiyans as one of his leader skills. So of course the physical trio from the Worldwide Celebration are on his team as well. And they are one of, if not the best unit in the game at the moment. They do only get the 170 lead from his leader skill, but they are still a very good unit. Gohan is on his team as well, but of course Gohan, the Family Kamehameha Gohan, does kind of want to be run on a team exclusively with superclass characters, just so that his standby is as strong defensively as we would ideally want it to be. But basically he has a very, very good leader skill. He leads a very strong team. His banner unit, the King Vegeta, is really good and still works really well on this team as well. And of course the new Vegeta that just came out today is on this guy's team, although they do share the same name. So I'm not sure. I'm going to do a video trying these guys out on the same team to see how we can make them work, because they're both stacking units. So they're both going to want sort of like the priority of being on rotation and getting stacks. You could use one as your leader and one as a friend, which would certainly be interesting. I don't know how likely it is to find this new AGL Vegeta on the friends list, because I know a lot of people will have not summoned on this banner. But yeah, his team is very good. He's still a unit that is very strong. The only consideration I would take when it comes to evaluating him in the current meta is some of the events that we've gotten that are very, very strong straight away from turn 1. So Cell Max Stage 2 from the anniversary. And of course, just recently we got the movie memorable battle stages versus Janemba and Gogeta. And these bosses hit incredibly hard on turn 1. And this Vegeta, despite being very good defensively, he needs a few turns, or at least a good few supers, to build up before he can tank those super attacks really well. Like against the Cell Max Stage 2, if he eats a super in slot 1 straight away on the first turn, mine had a dupe. I can't remember if it was the Rainbow Friend or if it was just my one, but was taking like 450k from a super in slot 1, which, I mean, Cell Max hits pretty hard, so that's still not the worst damage in the world for him to take, but it's a lot of damage. And it means, like, if you then go into the second turn and you're now way under half HP, the other Tech Vegeta could then get supered immediately, and then that is all of your HP gone, right? So he's still a very strong unit in events where he gets a chance to build up and really get that defense going, but you have to be careful in some of these shorter events that we are starting to see a few of now, where he could take some big damage early on. But outside of that, he is still very, very good. His team is very good. Just all around a fun unit. I'm glad that he's back and able to be picked up again. So when it comes to whether he's worth picking up with red coins, I feel like he is still in that upper tier as one of the best TURs in the game. So it does very much depend on, like I say, whether you are missing some of these big ticket Dokkan Fest LRs. You've got to think about the Worldwide Celebration ones as well, of course, the Physical Trio and the Int Broly. If you didn't get either of those are going to be units that the next time they come back, you're going to want to consider getting those with red coins as well. And then the other couple of units I thought it would be worth talking about here is some of these other characters that are available right now with red coins in the shop, because of course as far as at least today, the worldwide banners are still out, so there's still a lot of units available to be picked up in the shop. We got these guys who just got their EZA. They are available and they are a very, very good unit. Because they're an older unit, they're not going to be on banners as much going forwards, so these guys are definitely a hot topic, like pick for your coins, because who knows when the next time they're going to be featured on a banner is. And their EZA obviously is very, very good. So these guys are in there and definitely worth considering. We also have the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. He returned for the very first time during Golden Week for Global and JP, I believe. So he's another one that it's hard to say whether I think him or the Vegeta is better, because I think in performance alone, or at least on like turn 1, you could probably argue that this Goku is better. But in terms of team and like restrictions and stuff, I think the Vegeta is a lot freer to use. So I don't know, I could kind of go either way. I think Goku maybe is better in the grand scheme of things, but Obviously, the Vegeta has a very different setup, team build, etc., and is very good as well, not to take anything away from him. But Goku is definitely a unit that is worth considering with your coins if you are going to be picking up a Dokkan Fest exclusive TUR as opposed to saving for one of the big LRs. So this guy, definitely a worthwhile consideration. And then, of course, one of the other units that's also available for 400 red coins is the Goten and Trunks with their EZA. I mean, these guys, I put them at number 1 on my EZA TUR tier list, right? These guys are incredibly good. So these guys are very good to pick up as well. These guys, of course, on Vegeta's team as well. I believe they only get his 170 lead, but these guys really, really good. They lead Gifted Warriors, so the Vegeta's on their team as well, which is kind of funny. So there's a couple of options right now. I'm just having a look at the red coin list in the shop as well. Android 21's a bit outdated at this point. Turles, our Resurrection of F Blue, Super Vegeta, Transforming Vegeta, Namek Goku, they're all very outdated. There is a physical full power Frieza who's about to get his Super EZA and only costs 150 coins. His Super EZA honestly doesn't look that crazy, so I don't know if I would necessarily recommend picking him up at all. Ginyu, the Exchange Vegeta, Krillin and Gohan. Definitely weird to see them on red coin, a red coin list because they are yellow coin LRs. But then you have the Ginyu Force banner units. Like a lot of these older characters in Gotenks is still decent, but I probably wouldn't pick him up. Dragon Fist Goku's good. The 8 years are on here, Gohan and Piccolo. Like there's a few older Dokkan Fest LRs that are potentially worth getting if you don't have them. But I think in terms of the characters available right now that you can pick up with red coins, Vegeta definitely is one of the better options. And still has a very, very strong team that is very fun to use. Definitely want to do another video on the updated version of his team. Maybe we'll try them out against the Gogeta and Janemba fights and see how we get on. But I do think if you are going to be picking up a unit with red coins and you've decided, you know, you can spare the coins, maybe you've got enough for a future LR already and you want to pick up one of these top tier Dokkan Fest TURs, Vegeta definitely is a good option for your red coins. He is very good. Obviously search up on the channel if you do want to see. I, of course, back when Saiyan Day happened, I did do a 55% showcase for him, because that's the other thing you have to consider as well. If you're thinking of picking him up with red coins because you don't have him, then he is obviously only going to be 55%. And he is still very good, but as a stacking unit, you know, he really benefits from dupes and getting extra additionals. If you have a really good additional silver skill orb you can give him, obviously that helps a lot as well at 55%. But like I say, you can look up the video that I made when he came out and see his performance at 55% if you want a little bit of a better idea what he's going to look like if you do pick him up as well. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Are you going to be picking up Tech Vegeta? Have you already done it? Let me know your thoughts. If you want to have any other questions on him or any of the other units available with red coins, do feel free to ask me down below in the comments and I will try and respond to them all as quickly as possible. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been The Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.